Hello. What's up out here in cyber world? Hey y'all. How are you today? How are you on this Thursday? Is it just me or has the week going by like really fast? Cuz I feel like the week has gone by really fast. So, um I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like I need a few more days in this week in order to get some stuff done. But on the flip side, I'm kind of glad that tomorrow is Friday because that's when I start to wind down for the week and actually refresh myself. So I am happy about that. So, anyway, for those of you I haven't met, hello and welcome. I am Yolanda Haywood, and I am a clarity and confidence business and life coach working with multi gifted leaders to help them gain clarity and confidence so they can stop doubting and do what? Start doing. Why is that so important? It's super important because when you don't have clarity, you lack confidence. And when you lack confidence, you won't be consistent. And anytime you're not consistent, you will not have momentum. And without momentum, you won't get to your next place in order to make money or to manifest whatever it is that you would like in your life. So, on today, this terrific Thursday, I want to talk to you about failure. I want to talk about failure and shout out to my awesome client that sent me a text this morning saying, "Thank you for saying this, Yolanda. I am really thinking about it." So I said to one of my clients this week, I said, failure is your friend. Failure is your friend because it fuels you. But the other thing that I said after that statement, and it came from the fact, so my son has a chalkboard wall or chalkboard strip, however you want to say it, in his room. And I went into his room and I took this chalk and I was writing my mommy message to him. And I wrote on his wall, perspective. And I wrote, success is a horrible teacher. And one of the reasons, and I listed out some other bullet points for him, but the reason that I put it there was because I don't want him to ever be afraid to fail. I don't want my children to ever feel like failing is the end of them because the reality is it's actually your beginning. So failure is your friend because it fuels you. It will really become a good teacher if you allow it to. Success, on the other hand, can be a horrible teacher because it doesn't necessarily prepare you. So I hope I said that right. Success can ruin you. Failure can fuel you, right? So I was thinking earlier today, like, where did I really learn this lesson and where do I embody it? And it took me all the way back to being in nursing school. And I remember when I was in nursing school. So let me give you a backstory. I've always been a pretty good student. But I hadn't been the kind of good student that my sister was. Now, my sister cut from a different cloth. Like, the presidential codes they carry around, she probably can look at the case and memorize every code. Like, she is just super duper smart. And she's smart without a lot of effort. So for me, I always felt like I had to study. But keep in mind, that's relative because I'm comparing myself to her, even though comparison is a thief. But remember, I was a kid, so whatever, give me a pass for that on today. So anyway, I compared myself and I felt like I studied in order to make good grades. I see you out there, Stacy, winking your eye. Yeah, you are super smart. But anyway, I studied really hard because I wanted to make good grades. So I felt I was very studious. And so when I got to college, I was faced with a different reality when I got into those courses. Keep in mind that I'm from rural Alabama and the education system isn't the same. So even though I am pretty smart, I had a different type of start than some of my peers. And I remember the first time I started to fail an anatomy and physiology class. And in my mind, I interpreted that failure as I was inept. Maybe I don't have the aptitude to do this. Now, keep in mind that when I got to college, I was soaring through so many other courses. I was killing statistics. Statistics was my jam, y'all. I even back then I had my hustle. I would go into the study hall and I was charging $17 an hour to to help the upperclassmen pass that, because I mean, I it was so easy to, but when I started to fail anatomy and physiology, I told myself, you're not smart enough. You're not good enough. And it really shook my confidence. Why? Because I did not have clarity. What is it you were missing clarity on, Yolanda? I am so glad you asked. Y'all are such a wonderful audience today. I was lacking clarity on the fact that failure is your friend. See, what happened before is I never really had to study. So I didn't know what it was to fail. I was always passing. I was always winning. I was always making good grades. So I didn't have the tenacity that failure will gift you. When you begin to fail at some things, failure becomes your friend. It gives you tenacity. It gifts you with perseverance. It will also gift you with the ability to know how to pivot. I have a client that I've been working with, and they've been in the industry for like 30 years. And right now, the industry isn't playing nice with their business model because it's not the same. Things today are not the same that they were 30 years ago. And so my job as a coach is to empower you with the knowledge so that you can make the choice as to what you would like to do in order to move forward. That's the art of coaching. How do I give you the knowledge so that you can make a choice to move forward? Where this particular individual is so afraid of failing, they don't want to pivot. So instead, they hold on like this. If I just hold on to this model I have, when all of this is over, it's going to work. And we've had this conversation multiple times. Things are never going to be the same. But if you take the risk, you're right. There is a risk in failing. But what will you learn? As a believer, I truly believe I either win or I learn. I don't fail. I learn. That's win or learn. Those are the two things that happen for me, right? So I want to make sure that as you are going through life, that you don't despise failure. Failure will gift you resilience. It's your friend. It is going to teach you how to get the resilience that you need in order to keep moving, right? So you have to embrace it. If the only thing you ever want to do is succeed and you're afraid of failure, you're only going to get so far. I had someone tell me that their father, or I heard it as a story, I don't know where it's come from, but someone said that their father used to sit them down at the dinner table every single night. And their father would say to them, "What did you fail at today?" Did you hear that question? What did you fail at today? If they would tell their father about, "Oh, I did this and I did good and I did this and I did good," then their father would say, "I don't want to know about those things, but what did you fail at?" When I first heard that story, I didn't get it until I became the virtual homeschool teacher. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I think I'm a good parent. Me and Mr. Haywood, Team Haywood, I think we do a doggone good job at raising our children. But the pandemic tried me. It tried all the parenting DNA that I had. And whenever one of my children, I won't out which one it was, would bring me their assignments and I would check their work, they would say, "I got an A on this, I got 100 on this, I got a 90 on this." And soon I got smart enough that it wasn't what you were telling me, what are you not telling me? What they didn't want to face was the reality of the things they didn't do well on, those failures. So I would start the session off by, let's talk about everything you didn't do. Because if I can get you to go ahead and face the fact that you may have fallen short, if I can get you to face the fact that maybe this is an area that has opportunity of improvement, if I can get you to embrace that you can get better, that's when you win. You're not winning by celebrating the things that you're winning at. You win by celebrating the things that you're not winning at so that you can become a better winner, right? Failures will teach you how to be tough. They will teach you how to keep going. That's what's wrong with a lot of our children today. We keep them from falling. I remember when my kids, I have two boys, when they were younger and they would fall and I would run to their rescue and Darian would be like, "Let them quit doing that. Let them be, let them learn to get up." I was mommy and I wanted to be all soft and I wanted to make sure my baby was all right. But he was dead. He was like, they need to learn some lessons. They will be okay. Nope, don't cry. You failed, get up. And he was teaching me how to teach them resilience that would transfer into other areas of their life. So remember, my dear friends, failure is your friend. It fuels you. Success is a horrible teacher. And if you're not careful, if you're not balanced, it will ruin you. You got to have both. You don't want one without the other. You need them both in order for you to be who you know you are called to be. So get clear, get confident, and get moving. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.